Okay, this is the section that we videoed yesterday. I was not able to get it rinsed yesterday, basically just ran out of time. There's no reason to have to let it sit overnight like we did, but the front was extremely mossy on this house, so it took a long time to rinse. And when we rinse, we're basically using a garden hose, which is so, and that booster pump down there gives us about 90 psi. The car wash is about 1400 psi on self-service car wash, or psi, so that'll give you an idea. When we rinse, basically what we're trying to do, especially in this case, is knock as much of the lichen and moss off as we safely can. If we wanted to get it all off, we'd just get a pressure washer up here and just start blasting on it. But again, the purpose of cleaning the cedar roof is to extend the life of it, and that would be counterproductive to that. So we're going to start rinsing at the top. See, we got a pretty good jet spray. And what we can knock off, we will knock off. What we can't get off will decay off. As soon as our solution hit it, it was dead. Now in a rare case where the moss is really heavy and thick, much heavier and thicker than this is, we might rinse it and then have to spray it again, because it will actually uncover some moss that was so thick that even though we soaked it with our solution, we couldn't get to it. You see the process is just to rinse it, try to knock off what we can. There we go, getting a little bit better jet flow there. Knock off what we can safely knock off. If you can see on the video, there's still some that's stuck onto the actual shingle. That will come off, it'll weather off in just a couple of weeks, maybe, depending on how thick it is, it might take a little bit longer. But the reason we like to get as much moss off as possible is to get these shingles drying out again. You can see we're knocking off the lichen off the end of the impact shingle. There's some moss under there. Anyway, here's trying to get what we can safely get off. As it gets closer to me, I adjust the spray nozzle so it's not quite as direct as a jet spray. There's a lot of lichen right there. And depending on the condition of the shingles and how sturdy and how intact they still are, also determines how much of the jet nozzle that I can actually hit it with. Whether I can hit it with the full 90 psi or if I need to back off of that. Or gently spray. If this is really close to me, I know that since these shingles have been under this moss for a few years, that there's a risk the shingles will be soft. So I have to go very careful. Again, even if we leave that moss on there, I'd like to get it off, but it's no longer really going to damage the shingle and will quickly go away, especially when the sun and rain starts hitting it. And one thing on a cedar roof cleaning, rain is a very good thing. We can clean a roof even when it's wet from the rain. We can basically even clean it during the rain, but that's usually we'd wait for the rain to stop. But as soon as we got done applying our solution, let it dwell for 10 minutes, and then if it rained like crazy, that would be a great thing. So it's not something to be worried about. And as we get several hard rains, it continues to look better and better and better. But that's the rinsing process to where it's really dirty. I'm going to turn over to my side, and this is actually not very a great example because there was quite a bit of moss on it, but the solution really killed it off. But if it was less mossy, we're basically just trying to rinse it. Just give it a good rinse, just like a rain would do. Back and forth, hit each shingle. 1 or 2 times. Try to hit the end in case there's any moss or lichen on it. And then just keep rolling. Our cleaning solution does not hurt the shingles, so to leave it on there is really not a problem. It's just as it comes off, it keeps cleaning and makes them look better. And that's it for now.